Olson and Brian Fred. I believe Joe Olson is playing Dark. Joe Olson is playing Dark Side, and he's the top player. All right, so we are about to bring you Endor Grand Prix, Round 1, Game 2. And we'll just say Game 2. I don't really like doing rounds, so it's Game 2 out of 7. All right, so we got still 18 viewers. Thanks for joining me here. This is Jerry Queso Sauce 37. Gogolin is online with me. He might be away from his keyboard at the current time. Um, but we'll get you going here for B. Fred and Joe Olson. Good matchup for Game 2.
Should definitely be a very interesting matchup.
Oh, there's Chris. Hey. Wasn't sure if you were away from your keys, but you are here.
Yep, I just popped out for a second to reload beverages.
Yep, that's what you got to do, man. All right, so it looks like we're going to have Hitco from B. Fred against Endor Ops 3 effect start. So we got Coat Drive Yards, Combat Response, and You Cannot Hide Forever Mob Points combo out of Joe Olson. So I wonder if this will be a like flipping E-Ops deck with like Mustafar, Vader's Castle, that kind of stuff.
It would not surprise me
Yeah.
to see Joe and them playing that style of the deck.
So and then
Just,
B. Fred's got Insurrection Aim High, Walkling, and Like My Father Before Me. Pretty
so we knew
standard
Hayes was
Hitco
lying.
start. So Hayes was BSing us, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he wouldn't have
Well,
seen this game. Yeah, he wouldn't have seen it.
this is true. This is true. Other game one winners: Sokol, Brian Fred, Brandon Beatty, Barry, Lenny, Stephen Morgan picked up a win over Joe Phillips. Phil, Ryan Serson beat Vikram.
I didn't hear
Worf's
a
Matt
Johnny Chu.
Wadden.
Did Johnny Chu win game one?
Johnny Chu did beat Mishki.
Okay.
Mitch beat Jellison. Joe Olson beat the other Kyle. And Dennis Reinhardt beat Cal.
Okay.
And doing the math, it looks like there were 7 light side wins and 7 dark side wins.
Hey, that's what you want, right, guys? A nice even split. All right, looks like we're about to get started here. So, Hitco versus Endor Ops. I'm very interested to see what Joe Olson's deck has in it. If he's running, like, looks like I would guess a strong space kind of deck if he's got, the matching ships, but also, with the mob points combo, he's planning on occupying that those battle or those docking bays to get that going. So,
And that's Kuat for the third effect. So he's,
yeah.
probably, if there's Mustafars, he's summoned through the deck.
So he used mob points to pull the Kuat system, or one of those systems you can pull with. What system is that?
Korlag or Rendili,
Coriolag,
maybe? Or
Rendili, one of those.
I think it's Rendili.
Rendili. All right.
And I did see Mustafar in the castles. He was thumbing through, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming he'll Kuat for that, get that activation jump, and then
Yeah.
probably just play. Yeah, I saw Black Sun Fleet, so I'm guessing there's some type of, independent ships he's going to
Yeah.
be moving around a bit.
Boba Fett will definitely be in there, I would guess. Boba Fett Slave One. Maybe some other independent ships too.
Yeah, possibly Houndstooth or Maul Ship or just Zuckuss and Mist Hunter.
All right. So Joe's probably going to go searching for an Endor shield. There he goes. You
Yep.
see it.
Oh, he's
Or he's
got
probably
an
searching
Emperor
for
shuttle.
like established secret base, ominous rumors. So it looks like he has the established secret base in there. So
Yep.
he's definitely going to be flipping this EOPS deck.
And I like it.
Yeah. I was definitely, once I saw the Mustafar system, I was thinking that would be a really good fit for a EOPS deck. Because EOPS seems to
Absolutely.
struggle with force generation.
It does. It usually you're getting like 10, and you're like, what do I do at 10 when everything
Yeah.
costs 5 or 6?
Or
And
you have to kind of dilute your deck to put in a couple extra location pullers, accelerates or
Mhm.
sonic bombardments kind of thing.
Right. But getting a system which you want for your space, which then gets you a 2-0 after it, that just seems like a very, very synergistic fit.
Yeah, so now he's just going to pull the Mustafar, see that the castle's in there, bam, bam. So, I mean, that's nice and easy force generation.
Yep. And I'm sure we'll hear Brian Fred complaining about all these new
So
set
Brian
10
Fred is
cards he doesn't
putting,
know about.
oh, okay, he's, look, I thought he was like putting a virtual slip in one of his cards. I was like, no, that must be some sort of prize that they were given.
Yeah, Brian Fred, stop putting that on camera.
Is that like a non-official AI?
Uh huh. And he's just sitting there playing with.
So yeah, once again, kids, always when you go to tournaments, make sure you're playing with non-proxy cards, official AIs only. It does help us maintain certain legal statuses. So ominous
Is,
rumors comes down.
is Brian Fred wearing an Adrian Peterson jersey?
He is wearing the AP jersey. Yeah, he is wearing the AP jersey. Wonder if he got it at a discount.
It's a very, very consistent, very fast start for Joe there too. He's going to
Yeah,
be getting
I mean, unless
a
you activate either Mustafar or the castle, that setup with getting Endor shield out, getting your Mustafar, your castle out, that's very reliable generation.
yeah, you basically get yourself up to 10 or 11 on the end of your first turn without your opponent giving you any force. So,
Yep. Looks like B-Fred's got a non-battleground docking bay. I'm guessing that's the Hoth one, not the home one.
yeah, home one would be
B-Fred
blue.
is a huge fan of getting his cards signed, so some of his cards may be harder to see what they are, but let me know if you need me to
We'll use
clarify.
process of elimination.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a docking bay. I'm pretty sure it's the Hoth docking bay.
Yeah. There aren't that many 1-0 docking bays that it could be, so.
Yep. And looks like he did get the other one in his starting hand too. Or is that's a two that's in the Boss Nash chambers. Pretty sure. That the site underneath the docking bay on the right side there is the
Yeah, that's a 2-0, yeah. Now, the unfortunate thing for Brian, it looks like this game's going to be contested mostly on Endor sites, and he's going to have to pay 1 extra for his Jedi Lukes there.
well, he has like my father before me, so he'll just pay equal to six,
6
right?
instead of 5, because
Oh
Jedi
right.
Luke deploys -3 to
That's
Endor.
true, yeah. See, it normally would deploy.
Let's see if there's any other interesting Game 2 matchups.
Yeah, there was one like I think Barry was playing Chew. That was the other one I considered putting on stream. Um,
We got Werfs and Sokol. That was a rematch, I think, of the playoffs from last year. Joe Olson and B. Fred, Brandon Beatty and Johnny Chu,
oh, that's who it was okay.
Arisman and Joe Phillips, 2 local guys who probably play each other quite a bit. And then Kyle's playing Harpster.
Okay. That's a tough
And
consolation prize for Kyle losing his first game. Now he has to play Harpster game 2.
yep. And then Jellison and Clayton, two California guys playing each
Okay.
other.
That would have been a good one too. Clay is good people. I like him. He's a goofball. All right, so Beef Red is contemplating what he's going to do this turn. Um, put his locations out, but hasn't really done. I think he's probably just going to drawing some cards, but seems like they're discussing something. Maybe. Okay, maybe he's actually already passed the turn and it's already Joe's turn again. I think that's what's happened. He just saved force and didn't draw anything. And now it's Joe's turn again. He's going to look for establish secret base. I think that's where we're at. Where's all my chat people at? Where'd y'all go? Oh, y'all, it says you're all there. 27 viewers. I guess we are kind of just getting started. There's not a lot to comment on. All they've done is put locations out.
And that's kind of what you'd expect both players to do.
Yep.
I think Joe will go to space, obviously, and Brian probably doesn't have more than 1 or 2 ships in his deck, so I'd be surprised to see Joe go ground early.
Yeah. I mean, Joe can use the Vader's castle to pull the Vader if he wants, but okay. Joe's going ground with Blizzard 4. Nope, going with Vader to the bunker so he can put out establish secret base, flip his objective, and now Brian is limited to 1 battle destiny in all battles.
He
That's
slow rolled him.
is the best game text of the flip side of Endor Ops is the limiting them to 1 destiny everywhere.
That is an amazing objective bonus. But it is easy to flip back because if you can just control the bunker, you
Yeah,
put
that's why Vader is
established
there
back.
still. Vader didn't move until
Yep.
he can get someone else there that he wants to kind of hold the bunker for him. So yeah, Joe just draws a few cards after putting the Emperor's Enforcer Vader out, and now what he can do next turn with the established secret base is start pulling some Endor locations. So maybe he'll have some 2/1 dark side Endor locations in the deck. Looks like Joe's got a short range fighter combo that he's going to play and try to get Brian to grab. I don't think Brian's gonna grab that card. I feel like he would have already done it by now.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you think about whether or not you want it, but
Oh, he is gonna grab it. All right. So maybe that does mean that Brian has a little bit more space than we're thinking. If he's thinking that that's a card he needs to grab, he could
either
maybe
he's just trying to slow
slow
Joe
Joe
down,
down as much as possible. Yeah.
or he realizes at some point in time he is going to have to go battle in space and doesn't want Baron spinning a 6 and then drawing on top of it.
Right. Especially when he's only limited to 1 destiny.
Yep.
Hey, all right. Looks like people are joining us back in chat. Thanks, Justin and Justin. So yeah, we've got Brian Fred, Hitco, Joe Olson, Endor Ops. Joe Olson has flipped his E-Ops deck. Oh, where's a Jedi Luke? From Brian. Paying 6 for that. And we'll see if it looks he's got a lightsaber in hand. Yes, he does.
Saber from hand, huh? Okay.
Remember, Brian, in his first turn, he just activated and then passed. He didn't deploy anything. He didn't draw any cards.
Nope. He just
So
got extra
He's
activation.
got a huge force pile
Yeah.
for it being his second turn. Yeah, Justin, we saw that he used the mode points to pull the Rendili system, or whatever that other system is besides Mustafar and Endor. Um, and I imagine, maybe once he starts occupying if he occupies the docking bay on Endor, he can get some Does anyone know anything about the Rob's deck the Bryans used to win the team event? I watched a little bit of Mishki playing it. It looked pretty standard. I saw Star Destroyers in space with Kuat drive yards. I saw Schmoopy Imperials. Um, the Inquisitor guy was in the deck too. I really like him for that Rob's deck. If there's a Rob's deck that's being played and it's doing well, we'll get it on stream for you guys. Don't worry. He did not use the castle pull, Justin. He had a Vader in hand. That's an EPP Obi-Wan joining the Luke. So that's, two good characters that Brian has got to establish his ground presence with. Alright, and so for shields, looks like we've got the Professor, or the Goldenrod, and Sense Shield from B-Fred. I'm pretty sure that one to the left of the Professor is Sense
Do it or
Shield.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We saw Joe had Blizzard 4 and was debating using that to pull
Yeah, so
Vader.
that kind of
And
telegraphed the Goldenrod play for sure.
yeah, opted not to do it last turn, but obviously he's got it available to him now. But it can't go to that Ewok site, so he'd have to go to the docking bay and then move
Yeah,
guys
there's no
over.
vehicles allowed there. Is that a Monarch? Did you just stack that on I Feel the Conflict?
Stack a card.
Why did he stack a card on I Feel the Conflict there? Not sure how that happened. If you guys in chat watching saw something we didn't, why that card
Same.
got stacked on Conflict. I thought that was only when
He
you
did.
win a battle.
Oh, to cancel the retrieval. I don't know if
Oh,
Brian would have been retrieving, that Joe would have wanted to avoid that, but
okay. That was for the flip side. Okay, that makes
he
sense.
doesn't want him to get his starting interrupt back. We can't see Brian's loss pile, but I don't know what else he would have lost at this point because Joe hasn't done anything.
If Joe drains at the bunker to move Prophecy, it still wouldn't add the icon because it only adds an icon at Battlegrounds.
Yes.
So I think it would still move, but I don't think it would do
Uh,
the. I don't know the exact text of Prophecy off the top of my head.
I'm looking it up. Player just force drained at a site. Relocate this to that site, and
So
then
it
it.
would relocate, but it just wouldn't add the
Yep.
icon. It only adds icons at Battlegrounds. Alright, so that's Vader's lightsaber that Joe put on Vader. And he's got Boba Fett and Slave One at the. We're thinking that's the Rendili system. Hey, Power Wangs, thanks for checking out this Star Wars CCG stream. Yeah, give us a follow. You can check out some of our past videos. We have lots of game reviews. We've got tournament streams that you can check out from the last few years. So thanks for checking us out. We appreciate it. Tell your friends.
Yeah. And if you are a Twitch Prime person, don't forget you do get one free subscription each month, and it doesn't hurt to subscribe to
Yeah,
the Players Committee channel so we can keep this great content going for you.
yeah, we definitely appreciate it. mean, if you were playing, so for Silverglun saying he would play the Mob Points combo for the reduced defense value, but why wouldn't you just play You Cannot Hide Forever? Because Mob Points can get canceled with Light Side playing the defensive shield. Don't do that again. I don't know. It just seems. But the system pull is kind of nice.
You get two effects out of that. Obviously, you get the system pull as your first action of the game, unless you're playing against Throne Room,
Yeah.
and then you're going to go to space, so you're going to occupy a system, so you'll get around the "Don't do that again" shield to get the
Yeah.
defense value -1 for most of the game too. So,
Yeah. That seems. Yeah. And then also you can use that to, place out a play to get, search and destroy or some sort of other effect that you might need against different matchups.
and you'll also get the +1 activation at the Endor docking bay, which is really his only battleground site he's probably playing in the deck. So,
Right. And there's a U3PO to undercover spy, cancel the drain there at the Ewok village. We'll see what B. Fred's got to deal with that, whether it be a sorry about the mess or Corn
yep.
Horn or other card to pop the undercover spy out.
And now that Slave 1 up there, I'll get a nice drain of 3 too with ominous rumors.
Yeah.
So,
And it's got Boba Fett and who's the other pilot on there? Is it uh, Admiral Ozzel or couldn't tell.
yeah, I can't quite make it out on the camera. It's a longer names, maybe Tarkin.
Yeah.
Definitely somebody who looks like a V slip too, so I'm thinking it might be Tarkin there.
Tarkin seems like a good call. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's virtual Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's exactly what it is. Because B. Fred asked me for a slip for that card earlier today. So I'm quite positive that it is virtual Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Well, it's Joe's deck.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind then. But it does look like it's a virtual
Spoiler
one.
alert!
Yeah, I don't know what you would want the virtual Grand Admiral Thrawn for. He's the one that does the Admiral's Order suspension, right?
And let you follow as well.
Okay.
Yeah, especially,
follow text could be good.
Joe's playing Admiral's Orders. He's got Black Sun Fleet out, so I'm not sure why he'd want to turn that off, but maybe it's not a virtual slip, and maybe it just looks that way because of the sleeve or something.
Yeah. We also don't know for sure if it's Thrawn or not. It could be. It looks like the name is long enough to be Thrawn, but whatever.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll figure it out at some point. Okay, so they're figuring out something that went out of order, I think, but making sure they're on the right phase. So I saw a Yoda. I think is that a verify of a reserve deck?
Yeah, he's got to get to.
Wonder. Brian Fred was probably looking for a docking bay.
Definitely has some decent destiny in there.
Yeah, I saw at least a couple Wisas, and for sure I saw Yoda in there too. But I was looking for space cars and I didn't see a lot of them. It looks like I see he's got one spaceship in his hand. He's got the Philo in his hand. That's a pretty good card against Eops, is the Philo.
Yep. Oh, there's a Tanev. Okay.
There's a Tantive. Okay.
He's got Tanev, Philo, EPP, Ray. It looks like at least.
Philo is in his hand as if he's going to deploy her, and he does. Philo and Solo. Yep. So Philo is, she's free at docking bays, and then when she's at an opponent's docking bay, she adds 2 to your force drains there.
Yep. I'm sure we'll probably see him move Obi over as well and split
Up
his lightsabers up.
His characters.
Oh,
Put Ray
there's
out.
Ray.
Use pile pull for Ray.
And he took another foil character.
There's Corn Horn, so we can pop the U3PO cover. So now during his move phase, he can pop the cover. And he actually, if he pops the cover, then he can just move the Obi-Wan over, and or even just keep them where they
Yep.
stand. So there's the move phase. Now U3PO is a light side card, not undercover.
He's only got one force left, though.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going to move anybody. I would be
Yeah, he doesn't
surprised.
necessarily need to move,
Oh, he
but
can use a Luke
I
effect,
mean, he could
though.
drop a card with
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah, yeah. So that's what he did. Get an extra force. But I still don't think he's going to move anybody else. I think he's okay to just stay like that.
Yep. He's going to pass. Yep.
He's going to take a drain. I guess he would have to pull. He could pull Battle Plan. Because neither player has played it yet.
Yep.
At least make him pay for that drain. Yep, there he goes with that.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. And Joe's only getting 12, so.
Paying, but he does have. It looked like he had some saved from the previous turn,
Mhm.
but maybe not. I'm not sure. All right, so now we'll see what Joe wants to do. I mean, giving up that drain of 3, not doing that would be a little weird, but it depends on what he wants to do with his turn. Getting blinded by Beefred's sexy head. Yeah, we actually, one thing with all the lights that we installed, we were wondering how the chrome domes would look.
Yeah, we don't have glare on the cards anymore. We just have glare on the players.
Well, that's okay, because they rarely come into view, for more than a second or two. The cards sit there all game long. So, I think Joe did initiate the force drain. Brian's losing cards.
Yep.
Harris and Dula and 2 other characters.
Looks like a Jedi Luke might have gone first.
Looks like he's gonna. I think it might have been 2 other Jedi Lukes.
It was definitely 3 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 2 Jedi Lukes. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine Joe has any other sites in this deck. I think he's really just relying on his space drains and then probably stacking his own docking bay.
So yeah, he just uses the established secret base just to flip, and then not actually pull any Endor sites. Because there is like a couple of decent Endor sites that you could try to use, whether it be the bunker to get a 2/2 out, or there's the like the Dark Forest or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's a 2/1 that they can't put vehicles at. And
So we're going to see Blizzard 4. Blizzard 4 is going to pull Tarkin.
okay,
And then I'll probably move Vader over now.
yeah.
And
So I
depending
mean,
on, he might have another character to play too, but maybe like a Dr. E and then move Vader over.
and B Fred would want to both players would want to satisfy resistance and ultimatum, especially B Fred though to get around that drain of 3 up at the
Yep.
system.
Yep. That's going to be Joe's bread and butter, is just trying to continue to get those drains of 3 in space, because he knows Brian has a very minimal space fleet and most of his pilots are already on the ground between Solo, Rey, Corrin, and now Hera in the Lost Pile.
Masterful move to pull Image of the Dark Lord, so that'll reduce the Ewok village drain by 1.
Yep. Yep. Just
And he's going to move
Joe's.
the Vader over, like you said. He does have a maintenance cost on Blizzard 4 he has got to worry about, so that is his last force, to pay the upkeep cost on that. And then, yeah, the hit co objective now flips back since he has a character.
Yeah, ability 5 at
Ability greater than 4, yeah, at the battleground site. So yeah, I mean, Beefred could pay to drain at the Ewok village, but that would only be a drain of 1 with the lightsaber.
It would, but then it would also
It would
move
move the
Prophecy.
prophecy and start getting him an extra force, both players an extra force, and then make the drain a 2.
Right.
But he would
And
have to pay
Prophecy can't
3 to do
move.
that.
He does, but then Prophecy also can't move because Luke's there.
Oh, right. Yeah. With Ray, it's Solo and Philo. Yes, that docking bay is Philo, Solo, and Ray. And then the other side is Corrin, EPPOB, and Jedi Luke.
Yeah, this is why I would have liked to have seen Brian move Obi. So at least now he could.
Have a lightsaber swing against Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were definitely thinking about that. And he could have used the Luke effect to get one more force. He could have
Yep.
moved Obi over.
He left himself with 2 force though, so I'm not sure what he was
Maybe he
obviously
has
saving
a.
those for. You have to control the bunker to send established secret base used.
Oh yeah, Run Luke Run could be a card that he could play.
Certainly could be. Yep, he is going to pay to drain and move the
Move the
prophecy.
prophecy. Joe loses a Gick. Always good to remember that those are not in the deck. Who is that?
Bail.
Bale.
I think that's Bail Organa.
I think you're right.
He goes nicely on the Tantive.
Yeah, you usually see him in space, not going up against Vader in Blizzard 4 and Grand Moff Tarkin.
Ominous Rumors is canceled if you control 3 Endor sites. So if you can control all 3 somehow, that would be impressive.
Yeah. I mean, if he would have, if he has another spy or something, or a Jar Jar Binks, he could go to the.
Right, he would need Jar Jar or Jin to go to the bunker to take care of that, but I don't see that that happening.
Run Luke Run. Just gonna initiate a battle against that, and then move Luke over with Run Luke Run. And then he's gonna play Jedi's Concentration to make it so that nobody can swing lightsabers.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't get the power bonus because Vader's there, but still.
That's fine. He's got more characters there,
Oh yeah.
and Philo adds to like the defense value and forfeit of your kind of scrubby characters. So Bale might get a little.
Oh yeah, Dorsh we battle all the time. It's fun.
Yeah, Doris, did you watch the first game in the stream? Like there was battles everywhere in that game.
He's
So
got pretty decent power there too. 4, 5, 9, 11, 19 to 14, I think. So, but Joe's going to get 2 Destiny with Tarkin.
Solo blanked by Vader is what Justin's saying.
Yeah, so no
According to my
interrupt from the
design
lost pile.
and Force Lightning were the 2 Destiny draws.
And it looks like light side top deck to 6. Which will get made a 7, which is going to be more than Tarkin.
Yep. Tarkin and Blizzard 4.
Or Vader, because he does have more Vaders, but.
Looks like he wants to keep Vader on the table.
Mm-hmm. Brian's got plenty of guys to. He can afford to lose here.
Did Joe Olson stack a card for losing the battle?
It does.
There it is.
Looks like he's about to.
Yeah. Looks like it got stacked off. It was a top card of reserve, so we don't know what it was.
Oh yes, Ray there as well. Yep.
Hey, Chris
Adds one
Kelly.
more. Yep.
Good to see you.
No, that's Twitch subscriber,
Twitch
Chris
subscriber,
Kelly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the little crown means that they've linked their Prime to their account, and then the star means that they've subscribed to your channel.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, where? On the forums?
Oh, I'll
Okay.
take a look.
Yeah, yeah, Google, and you want to look that up, and we can kind of do some data mining there. So yeah, Hayes, the tournament director, just told me he posted on the forums the deck breakdown of what everybody's playing. So go check that out on the forums. You can see what kind of decks are out there. We kind of heard from him earlier that there was a lot of vehicle decks, and we've also heard of we heard of an epic duel hunt down deck that
Quite quite a
converted
bit of
Luke.
diversity looking at this list. I mean, you've got light side, you've got 28 players.
Okay,
Throne Room is the biggest with 6. Then
okay,
there's 4 Yavin 4 ops, 4
okay.
old allies, and everything else is a 2 or 1 of.
All right. Good to see the
And then for
Yavin
dark side,
decks. I like the
the only dark side deck that has more than 2 people representing it is Hunt Down. There are 6 people playing Hunt Down,
okay.
and then every other dark side deck you can think of is basically 2.
A couple ROPS, couple IE, couple.
2 ISB, 2 map, 2 Watto, 2 ROPS, 2 Bring 'em Before Me, 2 Deal, 2 IE, 2 EOPS.
All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, quite diverse meta that we have
Mm-hmm.
for this one. So looks like Joe Olson's going to take his turn. Going to drain up in space.
Yep. He doesn't have to pay for it this turn.
Yeah, it's free drain.
Nice big drain to 3.
I guess I think Brian's going to use escape pod to get the Hujix before that drain goes through. Is my guess. Then he's going to probably lose the escape pod, or
It
maybe
makes
he'll lose
sense.
other cards. Watto on stream at some point, please. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure Barry is one of the players who's playing Watto. He
Oh,
told
sorry.
me.
Looks like there's only one Watto.
Okay, only one Watto. I'm pretty sure it's Barry who's playing Watto. He
So that
totally
probably
told me
some
he
of
was playing Watto. So,
first order Watto.
I believe so. We were talking about it yesterday, um, at breakfast, or this morning at breakfast. You didn't pay any hard-earned money.
I think everybody got to see Watto pretty well during the OCS finals.
Yeah. But no Agents of Black Sun. At least I don't think I. You didn't mention that deck as any of the decks, right?
Let me just take a peek and see if there's even one of those. No, one. There's one Black Sun.
Okay, because yeah, Chris Werfs played AOBS last night. He said he was going to play it. It's AOBS Pod Racing. Kind of a crazy deck. Just
Yep.
start Shadows as the one effect, and then Pod Races.
That's interesting.
Oh, thanks for the bits, Dorsch. Watto can die in a fire.
Damn it! Now I gotta watch another video to get my bits
You
so
got
that
to
I
be
can
back on the
cheer.
top, right?
As long as I'm still ahead of this queso sauce 37 guy, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I think actually I'm out of bits too. I need to watch some more ads. Plus, I'm not on my account. I'm using the PC account this weekend. So.
Right.
All right, we got EPP Maul coming to face off against Luke and Solo and Philo. And Dr. Evazan combo.
I bet Brian's wishing he had that Jedi's concentration right about now.
Yeah, now he wants to really cancel lightsaber swings. See what he's got in his hand. He's got a Wisa.
Does he have a second one?
He's got the first aid Odin Nestler combo in hand, and that
That
could
will
be pretty
certainly help.
good.
Does he have a second concentration? He's reading the first aid combo right now. Yeah.
There he goes. That cancels an attempt to use Dr.
It
Evazan.
it makes him safe for the rest of the turn too. I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
It restores their forfeit and they can't be operated on.
Yeah.
Let's confirm that.
But there is also 2 other lightsaber swings in this battle, so
Uh,
looks
prevent
like
character's
Dr.
forfeit from being reduced, and character is immune to Dr. Evison. So if he swung at Luke first, Luke won't be able to have his forfeit reduced for the rest of the turn and can't be operated on.
Nice. Not sure who he swung at first, but it probably was Luke. I mean, Luke's the guy you
Yeah,
want to get rid of.
right.
Got
You
3
get rid of
swings to
Luke
do
before
it.
he can swing back and,
Yeah.
then pick off Philo and then leave Solo kind of standing there by himself with his thumb up his butt.
Looks like Brian used a Wisa to subtract 1 from one of those draws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and defense value +2 from Philo as well, right?
I thought it only worked on characters with ability less than 4 for Philo. I forget her game text, but
Let's pull her up. Other characters there are defense value +1
okay.
and
And then
immune to less than 4.
okay.
Yep, she's dead.
So Philo died. She got operated on. I think he should still
Mm.
have one more lightsaber swing, so he could use on solo. Maybe they're just drawing back
No,
Wisa.
he missed the solo swing
Okay,
because of Louisa,
because of the Wisa. Okay.
Louisa and Philo adding one.
So they both drew sixes for Destiny, but solo covers
Oh,
for 7.
yep.
He's gonna lose
18,
Luke
19.
though, because
He's
we know he has another Luke in hand.
right. So it'd be 19 for Brian and about the same. Actually, Joe's slightly ahead. So yeah, so Joe doesn't have to stack.
And then Maul and Doctor E pitched in that battle. Doctor E was hit, so
Mm-hmm.
now we'll see how B Fred responds to that. There you go. More bits. Money, 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 money. He's gonna move Vader back to the bunker.
Yep. The downside to an EOPS deck, as I've always found, is always the number of cards it seems to put on the table.
True, true. Because you got all the effects that you need to flip the deck, and then you've got the
Mm-hmm.
the Endor shield, which you pull, so you're basically starting 4 effects,
Right.
and then you're running matching ships, and then you've got matching sabers and stuff. You can definitely. So now, yeah, Hitco should be flipped over, right?
Yes, Hitco should be flipped. Oh, Brian's going to pay to drain in both spots for 1. Okay.
And there's Luke with another saber from hand. Wow. So that's how he was okay with losing Luke last time.
And that would make sense as to why, if he had another Luke plus Saber in hand, he might as well have. I would have thought he would have put that back at some point with like my father, just to get it out of his hand. But
Now he just realized now that he can flip, and then he can peek and say, "Hey, I want this Philo back, or I want this Jyn Erso back. Do you want me to
and
have
then he can
that?"
retrieve a card. Yep.
Harris and Dula. So yeah, you can either stack a card, or you can let me have that card back. It gets
Yeah,
retrieved
that's a.
retrieved back into force.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity by Brian there, not flipping his objective when Vader moved away. He could have gotten a control phase peak.
Yeah. He's gonna lose 3 to that drain.
There goes an Obi, another run Luke run,
And a
and a
Wisa.
Wisa.
So now we gotta figure what Brian's gonna. We know he has. I think it's the Tantive in hand. He's got some sort of spaceship. Wonder if his next priority is gonna be trying to get a battleground system, so that way he can satisfy ultimatum and stop losing 3 to that space drain. Okay, looks like Baron. Squadron assignments, Baron. Or is he at the? Is he at the site? No,
I
he's
think he's
at
at
the
the
system.
system.
Okay, yeah. Just didn't see the ship coming out, so. You had to watch a KY ad for that. Those bits.
Yeah, that's been their ad this last couple weeks has been there's two or three versions of that one. It's
I
usually that
mean,
one and the Shaquille O'Neal talking about Carnival cruises.
I'd rather, yeah, I guess I'd rather see Shaq than lube commercials, but whatever. Oh, hey, what's up, Dan? Googling, why aren't you here? Is what Dan is saying. I think,
Why aren't you there, Dan?
yeah, I mean, you're closer to the West Coast than Gogs is.
I was gonna say you could drive. I mean, it's like 12 hours, but you could drive.
Technically, anyone can drive. It's
Well,
just whether how
yes.
many hours it takes.
I was gonna say
Even those of us in Europe, they could drive.
it's a 3 hour it's a 3 day drive for me. I've done that once before. It's not fun.
Whew, that would be a long drive. I think the
Yeah.
longest I've ever driven was from Denver to Houston for one of the Texas events.
Mm.
That's long, especially with Mark Vandriel in the car.
Oh wow. Yep.
So we got a consolidated space system at Mustafar with Baron and Boba Fett ship.
Yeah. Well, with Black Sun Fleet, he can obviously spread them back out,
Yep,
drain, and then
and then
reconsolidate.
consolidate back over.
Yeah.
Baron ship can't do that, but the other one can, the Boba Fett one. So there's the
Yeah.
Tantive, and then maybe he'll shuttle up Solo and
That makes
move
sense. You
Obi
can take
there.
Corrin as well.
And Corrin, okay.
Yeah,
So
I'd be
now
curious to see if Brian would try and keep, but I guess he's shield busted right now, so he can't get ultimatum.
I thought he played this turn a Hear Me Baby Hold Together
Uh,
to play a shield. But yeah, because he has five shields out. He's got the grabber and then the four below it there. So he definitely
okay.
played the don't do that again shield with a Hear Me Baby, I believe, is what he did this turn.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yep, but no ultimatum, so he can't cap the drain space at 2. Yep, he's going to leave Corrin.
I see a Padme in in Brian's hand. That could be good against the Vader.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough for that Tanev because Fett can move over in front of it and battle it off the table.
That's true. That is true.
I don't know if Brian remembers the Admiral's Order does that. I would hope so, but,
Yeah, he's about to find out. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. Joe will stack a card to keep him from retrieving Philo.
Wonder what Joe's plan for the ground is.
And Dan, to answer your question, I'm saving for Euro Worlds, so I had to cut down on a few trips this year.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Euro Worlds. That's it's gonna be a little more expensive than the Endor Grand Prix or the NPC trip.
Yeah, just a little bit. The wife and I are thinking of making it like a week-long trip,
Yeah,
seeing some
I think
stuff.
if I
And
was gonna try to do that, I would definitely try to make it more
yeah,
of a thing.
like I wouldn't fly just to Germany for the tournament. Be like, all right, get back on the
Yeah,
plane and
just a
fly
whole
home.
Friday
It's
to
like,
Monday thing, right?
yeah, like well, as long as I'm over there, let me see some stuff, in that part
Yeah,
of the world, right?
just definitely make a trip of it and see some of the sights.
Yep. All right, so he's going to move over. He is going to drain and move the prophecy to the bunker, which now is still not a battleground.
Nope, because yeah, that only adds an icon when it's out on battleground.
Mm.
I've tried to see if I could use the prophecy card in non-Hitco decks to see if you can do some different things with it, but it's the fact that it moves to non-battlegrounds and stuff, it kind of makes it a lot harder for other decks to use it besides Hitco.
Ouch. I'm 6'5".
Damn. That's pretty strong for Joe, but he still has to worry about ground.
Yeah, I think that tandem's going to go bye bye though. So,
Yeah. Oh, he's got the command too.
yep,
Wow. So yeah, it's
it's a full clear.
full clear. Solo's gone.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like a bold play from Brian putting that out there with Black Sun Fleet out.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, maybe he didn't remember that Black Sun Fleet was out or forgot its exact game text, but Brian being such a long time good player, I would find that a little hard to believe.
But all his playtesting got ruined because new set 10 cards came out. So
That's
Brian
true.
forgot everything else.
That's
So,
true. Now he knows everything about set 10 and nothing about anything else. All right, so there goes the Tandem solo, and he did get rid of the Thrawn that was on there. But yeah, that was a bad play by Fred,
yep.
or at least not the most optimal thing he could have done, because that Tandem basically did absolutely nothing for him. Didn't let him drain for free for any turns. Um, yeah, I would guess that he just spaced on the Black Sun fleet, but difficult to.
Because he was he was too busy winning the team tournament last night. He wasn't.
Oh, okay. Did he lose his walkling to get the Tantive back? Is that what Dan is saying in the chat?
That looks like it.
That helps, but I mean, he can just do the same thing. Joe can just do the same thing with the Black Sun fleet. Like,
Right, unless he's got. But I mean, I think the systems are far enough apart. Like Mustafar's in the middle. Like he can't go from
okay,
Endor to
the other one,
Rendili.
Rendili. Yeah. Okay. Now
Yep.
the prophecy
No.
moves over there, or does it stay?
Yeah. It's no. It stays until Luke drains. Right.
But yeah, I mean, Luke wouldn't. I think maybe he. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird. If he decided to drain with the other one first and then move it back to where Obi is, or
Yep. Then he's gonna try and retrieve a card. See if Joe wants to stack anything. Yep. He'll cancel the Jedi Lev. Goes out of play.
no escape stacked on there.
He wants him to count first.
I don't think there's going to be a drain of six coming up, Justin, because I think the ominous rumors doesn't work on Endor. It has to be
No, but
just.
he'll move
Oh, okay.
to Mustafar. Drain for 3 at Mustafar, plus 2 at Endor, plus 1 in the bunker.
Yeah. So total drains of six. Yeah.
Yep. And then that'll put the prophecy back at the bunker. So then Obi's stuck draining for just 1.
And paying for it. I guess they're both paying for drains since
Yep.
Joe doesn't have a battleground site yet.
Yep. And then he splits the ships up, and then he pays. It looks like they are. Let me just check the clock here. They got about 9 minutes left.
Hmm.
So I'm sure they're trying to speed things along at this point now.
Because honestly, it looks fairly even. Um, I think Darkside's put a few more cards to the table.
Yeah, they've
Um,
got more stuff in play, but
but they're doing more damage also. So
yes, they are.
we haven't seen many other ships in B. Fred's deck,
Yeah,
I don't think.
I
See,
wouldn't bet on it,
he
especially
ran the
because we saw
Bale
him.
and the Tantive and
Yeah,
Hera and
just because
stuff.
he wacklinged it right back, so I would
Yeah,
assume that that's his only ship.
if he had another ship, it would just be, Booster, Impulsor, Skate, or something, one of those
Falcon,
splashable.
Rogue One,
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
splashable ships.
Yep. Joe will just pay his 10 force, do all his drains, move his other ship, and say go.
Like you said, there's really nothing for him. He's the one
Mhm.
in the pilot's chair for this one, so
Yep.
he's gonna
He doesn't need to do anything. It's up to Brian Fred to change the status quo.
he's just paying for his drinks. We're doing great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, B Fred just paid 6 to drain for a total of 2 4s. Moved the prophecy, but then it'll just move back.
Well, no, now Luke's back there at the village.
Oh, okay, yeah. So now I can't move back.
Prophecy will get stuck there, but looks like Brian's got about 16, 17, and then like 4 or 5 more in hand. So he's got just over 20 total cards, I think.
Yeah, I would guess Joe is more around the 15 to 13 range, just eyeballing it and knowing that he's got a lot more cards on the table. But
Yeah. Joe obviously had 10 to pay to do everything last turn, and he didn't activate it all. I think he had a couple left, so
mhm.
he's probably in that same
Yeah,
range.
he's
But
the one
again,
who's doing damage, though.
right.
So
He's doing more damage than Brian is.
hear me, baby, hold together. He'll play the ultimatum, even though he doesn't currently have it satisfied.
Yep.
But maybe he got his. He knows where his Tantive is, and he's planning on getting that back.
Yep. Looks like Brian's trying to count and track around to it, but
There is another ship in his hand. Maybe he just runs 2 copies of the Tantive. Because he definitely has one in hand.
maybe he already drew it back up.
Oh, yeah. He drew it up last turn, so Dorsch says. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Brian's life force looks a lot less healthy than it did 2 turns ago. And he's just not keeping up in this train race. Hey, we got Phil. Phil, come say hi. How are you? How are you doing so far today?
I am 2-0.
2-0. All right. So who have you beaten so far?
I played Michael Erisman
Okay.
and Barry Alperstein.
All right. Those are both respectable players. So yeah. All right. All right.
It's going down. Is it down to the wire?
This is pretty close. We've got Hitco versus EOPS. This EOPS that Joe Olson has looks pretty cool with the
Yep.
flipping
And
EOPS.
there goes Tanev out wide.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then
the
he'll try and
Tantive,
retrieve one more.
Tantive just come out, so
Tandem
yep.
And where that
Yeah. Well, at least
that
now
slate
Brian
one
has
is,
free
can't
drains
move.
and satisfied his ultimatum, so that was big for Brian. But
Is General Leia out, or is Black Sun Fleet in effect?
Black Sun Fleet is in effect. General Leia is not out. Oh yeah, Black Sun Fleet has been huge this game. Like, Beefred went up with the Tantive up here, and then just moved over with Boba Fett and cleared it. Like, it was very strong. So
Interesting. Oh, he must have had the dark maneuvers. It was like he would blow the Tandem out.
yeah, I think he needed more hyperspeed to get from there to
Well,
there.
the dark maneuvers we had too.
Okay, yeah.
So
So you could make the jump with the slave one if you have the dark maneuvers. Okay.
it's true.
Because yeah, that's like a 6 parsec difference, right, from Rendili to Endor.
Yep.
Yeah, we were playing Carrot for a while, but then you had to have the dark maneuvers. So
Yeah.
is a little better.
Rendili's a little better. Okay. As I say, you're kind of teammates with Joe, so you know what's going on here.
Indeed.
You know what's going on here.
Yeah, Brian's playing Throne.
Good luck the rest
Looks
of the
like
way,
Joe.
Phil. Good luck on the good 2-0 start there. Hey, you
Yeah, it
know
looks
it.
like Joe's down about 10 cards, doing the math here.
Okay. like you said, they are up against it. Um, so yeah, with a little insight from Phil, a world champ from a couple years back.
Now he'll get the drain for free, which is certainly helpful.
Retrieve or stack. He's going to let him retrieve. B-Fred has about 8 or 9. Yeah, that look very, very even in terms of life force. So, but basically, as soon as this Tantive leaves the table again, then Brian
Yep.
Fred's back to where he was 2 turns ago.
Yep, he got one more free turn of drains in, and now he's also blocking a drain because by Joe moving over in front of the Tantive, he's not draining.
And it is just a drain of 1 there, but
Right.
it is
But
something.
if he's right, it's not a drain of 2 at Endor, which is where he normally would have been moving him to.
Yeah. So there goes the Tantive.
And he's got the 3rd battleground, so now it's only a drain of 2 at Mustafar. So
You think Fred will win?
if it goes to time in the next 2 minutes,
Yeah.
it's going to be really close. So
Looks like they are playing very fast to maybe avoid
yes,
the timeout.
they're trying to see if because they both want to know who wins.
Looks like the
Get
math
one.
is in B. Fred's favor. It looks like Joe Olsen doesn't have as many cards as I thought he did. I think he's down to like 6 or 7 or less.
I don't know that Joe has enough left to pay to drain in 2 spots.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to
Brian's
be a
got
very close
9,
finish,
10
depending on
total.
what they can push through here. So he's going to pay to drain there.
Does Joe have 6 left?
I don't think he does.
He has 5.
Yeah, I think he's got 5.
Drain for 3. Yep.
Do you move Vader in front of Obi-Wan and Cornhorn?
He has to. He's got to try and get a battleground to
Oh,
be able
he's
to
got
pay to drain.
Ozzel in hand. Okay, and then he'll land that. That's a different way of doing it.
That also works.
Yeah. Interesting.
Land that. Move Vader out. Flip
And
him
having
back so he
Ozzel in
stops the
hand
retrieval.
helps. So then he's going to drain him for 2.
Now it's going to only be 1 there now because Vader's at the adjacent site.
I think he lost 2 force, though. I'm quite positive he lost 2 cards to that drain.
He shouldn't have. He just read Image of the Dark Lord.
Did he? Okay. I thought I saw 2 force.
He did.
Over for that.
He did top deck 2 cards,
Yeah.
but Image does make the drain -2 if Vader's at the adjacent site.
You are correct about that. I wonder if they...
Seems unlikely Joe would have screwed that up, but you never know when you're playing fast.
Yeah, it's like I said, they are accelerating their plans, so to speak, because
Yeah,
I don't think
time should be getting called any second now.
Yeah, I think I heard that it was 35, and that's what it says on my phone right now. So
yeah. Joe's got 3 left.
looks like B-Fred's got like 7 or 8. Are they battling?
He's gonna have to, right?
So he swung the lightsaber.
Vader battles for free, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
Oh no, that's the force drain. Those 3 cards for the force drain. Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't. So he didn't battle.
No, but Joe's gonna battle.
Looks like B-Fred decided to lose a different card instead.
Yep. It'll cause 1 more force loss too if he hits somebody. So.
Oh, because he has the I am your father. Okay, because he didn't start
Yeah.
that. I didn't see that come out.
Is that what it is? Vader has to control the adjacent site? I thought he just had to be...
Yeah,
Let's
I
look
thought
it
it
up.
was just. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is.
Oh, if Vader controls an adjacent site. Okay.
Cool. So maybe that's why. Okay, good. I thought it was the same as you did, where it was if he's just at an adjacent site, it was -2 there.
Okay.
But yeah, Vader definitely didn't control that site. So.
All right, so he's not battling. He just moves. And he'll drain him for 2 down to Joe's last card. And then he'll say go. And the best Joe can do is drain for 3.
But Brian only has 2.
And then what does Brian have? Brian has 3 cards left.
No, Brian only has 2.
Oh, has 2 cards left. Yep.
So Brian can't pay to do any more damage, and Joe doesn't have to pay. So I
Yep.
think Joe wins by that much. Jesus.
But if
Yeah.
time was just called, yeah.
Yeah. That's
What do
crazy.
we got?
So, I mean,
We got a
that's like
Joe
a
Olsen win by 1.
One force
Yep.
win. Crazy. All right. So for those who just watched that one, we have Joe with a win there by 1 card. But yeah, I think Brian should have tried to battle on his turn, or who knows? I don't know. I guess without knowing what the tracking was going to be.
Yeah. Somebody should remind Brian Fred as well that he can, use his objective and peek at cards too.
Sorry, say that again, Chris.
I said someone should remind Brian Fred too that he can use his objective when it's flipped to peek at cards.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a close game for sure. Joe Olsen looks like he just barely scraped that one through. So yeah, we will get you. I'm guessing we were right up against the round there. We'll see about getting you some. Time just got called, says Kyle Kruger. Okay. So yeah, we
Yeah.
will get you the next pairing, the next game, as soon as we can here for you. So I'll be right back.
Don't forget to hit the stop recording.
I just did that. Thank you, Chris.
Awesome.
I appreciate the reminders because we all know I'm a little forgetful. 5-minute break before game 3. So yeah, we're gonna put our intermission screen up and I'll mute the mics so that Chris and I can go take a break.